Kasha!
And don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons to stay on top of our latest content, and feel free to leave a comment below. Hey everyone, welcome back for the back nine of round 3 of Williams and World's experience this past year. And as Caleb walks into the store.
What up, sir?
And he looks at us like, what are we doing? This back here, by the way, is Caleb Ferguson. He's maybe one of Williams' oldest disc golf friends. He's an officer with us in the Jasper Disc Golf club that we're part of. He's here to open the store up in about 20 minutes or so we're trying to get this done and out of here. And he may even help provide a little bit of commentary while we're at it too. So again, we saw the front 9. Again, tell us, what are you feeling at this point through the first nine of this?
Just cruising along, just trying to get more birdies.
Any more birdies?
Trying to skyrocket up the leaderboard.
Short, simple, succinct.
Sure that.
Yeah. And for those of you who may not have seen the front 9 yet, too, of course, this is Robbie C. Disc Golf, Robbie Crawford over here. Local legend as he is too, so actually big legend. Actually, I understand what he's telling me. People all the time come up to him at events outside of the area. Hey, Robbie C. You know.
Yeah. It's grateful for the disc golf community. Y'all's support is literally the only reason that it happens. So.
All right, so with that, let's get on into the back 9. Okay, here we go. Back 9, 2022 PDGA Amateur World Championships. We're playing this one at Pride's Creek in Petersburg, Indiana. Petersburg. Again, Josh Trevor, Trevor Nordlund, Wes Johnson, and the one and only William Holt.
That's me.
Two Midwesterners and 2 Southerners. And
it's on the TV.
Yeah, Josh -3, William -2, Wes -1, and Trevor even. So they're all spread out one apart from each other in this one.
Right.
Here we are, hole 10, par 3, 228.
A long one.
Yeah, this one was quite short and simple.
Yeah, I think this is where we're stuck. You kind of get away from the lake on these next several holes.
Right. This one is just kind of on that little hillside, just right in front of you. So,
Okay. Nice, easy zone.
Yep, that's it.
But we know how hillside baskets positions can do. As we saw on hole 9 at the end of the last video.
Yeah. Definitely can get you. You need to bust out the blowfly.
That is an option. I'm not saying it's the right one, but it's an option. There it is. That looks really good.
Yeah.
Good shot.
I really like, from how the hole looks like it shapes, I like the forehand a lot just because it feels like you match the slope coming in.
Right. Yeah. I mean, forehand's always the way to throw.
I don't know about that, Scooter, but
Look yanked.
There you go.
All right.
And actually just finished the battery change. Here we put the screw back in.
gotta give it a chance.
Yeah.
Those uphill putts, you really gotta push them up.
Absolutely. Get those legs engaged a little bit.
Yeah. That's what I tell myself on every single uphill putt. I'm like, you gotta push this one.
Yeah.
It's not a normal one.
You got to get it up without getting too much up, especially if you have any wind.
Yeah.
Trying to find that happy spot where it's going up, but at the same time it's not getting caught by the wind and push higher than you want it to.
Because even a putt like that, like distance-wise, your putt right there for the bird, looking like a birdie for everyone except for
Josh.
Josh.
You missed
Okay.
that one, right.
So, yeah, like you're looking at a 15, 20 foot putt tops, but that uphill makes it feel a lot harder.
Yep.
237 feet.
Yeah, this one was a very pretty tight. It kind of like the trees follow the fairway. It leans off to the right a little, and it's on a little ridge. It's kind of it's a pretty tricky hole. Not very far, but you can get in some trouble for sure.
I like those kind of holes. You were talking about on the front nine. You like a course that makes you really challenge for par.
Right.
I love you step up and you look at the distance of the hole and think, oh, there's no way that I shouldn't be able to do this. And then you play the actual hole and go, oh. Yeah, we're gonna play a video on my channel when Will comes on for a video for Vlogmas. That hole 12 at Gardendale, super short. It's like under 150 feet.
That's so tight.
I don't take that. I never take that hole for granted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hole where I mean, I've seen that hole aced a couple of times, and it's easy to take a 4 or a 5 on it.
I am always content with my 3, if that's what we walk away with.
Well, this isn't the glasses hole, by the way. It's just a few ahead here, so.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. I was so excited. I was like, this has to go really bad. Apparently we got some glasses action coming here soon, so you guys stay tuned.
Glasses action.
Yeah, when he's not busy ripping his shirts off, he's throwing his glasses. I don't know how they survived.
Something. That's right.
Give this man a glasses sponsorship. He's telling me.
Yeah, again, lens crackers.
Do you often need a new pair of glasses? And wish you could hit a few more putts?
Nice.
Hey-o.
That's a great putt.
Great hit.
Mhm.
Because that looks death buddy.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, this is a really cool green.
Now it's back recording.
I always notice too. I'm quite a fast player.
Yeah.
I do not take my time.
He's
and
the anti-Nico.
Maybe I think you definitely take your time a little more on the putts, but I have noticed that like on the tee shots, you watch a lot of the guys are stepping up and they're methodically checking their line, adjusting, feel like I hit a couple practice strokes, and you are bam bam, thank you ma'am.
do.
Anyway, with another birdie on that,
Nice.
I think he had the only bird.
I think so. Yeah, that was a tough hole. Can be. I think I got
Hole
stopped.
12, par 3, 354.
This one was the backhand one. It's up on this little ridge up over here, and you kind of just want to push something flat and just let it fly up that hill. I think I put too much hyzer on that one.
Yeah, the lake on this one can come into play on if you go a little too far right or get a little unfortunate in a tree or
There's
something.
also a pretty tight gap off the tee. You got these 2 trees, of course, right in front of you, but that one bushy one to the right, it definitely can snag a disc.
Throwing
As
prey
noted
on
by
it.
we have to dip underneath just to see where it's flying.
Right, yeah.
A low ceiling off the tee is no joke.
Scary.
Because whether or not it actually should be in your line, it mentally feels like it just dominates
Yeah, it's.
where you want to throw.
I mean, sometimes not that way for anything. You know, even if you got a tree that's only 30 feet away to the right, it's still almost like you should be able to make it around no problem, but you still have to squeeze it out of your head that.
Mentally, it's a giant sequoia.
Yeah, it's not a giant sequoia,
Right.
and then you don't wind up thinking yourself into hitting it. Pretty much.
Oh man, the amount of things that I've intentionally targeted by saying, "Please don't hit that."
Mm-hmm.
Countless.
Yeah, the kind of things that you couldn't hit if you tried 100 tries if you were trying to hit it, but.
That's right. Most of the time, there's some holes at Civitan Lemaster that I aim for that tree, and I'm aiming for the tree, and I miss it most of the time. Which I don't know if that's a good thing to aim at, but
I'm so accurate. The only thing I aim at and hit is
Oh, no.
baskets.
oh, that's unfortunate. Got a little hill treatment there.
Yeah,
Roll down.
fight away on you. I think a lot of times people don't we take because you also could have gotten some hill treatment on the last hole as well, right? Like in
Right.
terms of the drive came in with it.
Yeah.
And I think if you're playing and you find yourself to be quote unlucky quite often, take a spectator with you, someone who's not playing, and just have them for a fun thought experiment. You may have never done this before. Have them write down every time that a shot or a lie goes your way versus doesn't go your way. Especially if you go play like an Inverness or a really hilly course like that. Every time a disc sits, it doesn't feel like it went your way. That feels like it was all you and all skill.
Yeah.
But in reality, it had just as much of a chance usually to stand up and roll.
True.
And you'll be surprised. More often than not, fate balances itself out. But
Hit my comebacker though.
yes, sir.
Saved it.
That's
Sir.
that is. I mean, it's an underrated skill. The bounce back within the hole.
Right. And it's definitely a stroke saver as well. Like Paul Macbeth, he'll get those huge
Josh-
rollaways and hit it farther than this.
Josh
first
took a birdie in this one. I think everybody's got a par. Looks like.
Looks like it.
Yeah. William here. Do you need a reliable, overstable driver, a couple extra putters, or just a cool wall hanger? Then check out Iron City Discs and their ever-growing selection. Head to ironcitydisc.com and use my discount code at checkout to save 10% off your order. And if you're in the Birmingham area, check out their 3 locations for even more great stuff. Iron City Discs. Step up your game.
Trying to turn all the lights on and have everything ready as much as I can.
Hole 13, par 3, 249. You're just commenting on what's going
Oh
up here.
yeah.
Yeah. Now, if you remember on hole 8, we had said that there was a hole that played back towards it where you had this is it. Yeah.
Okay.
This was an island hole, if I remember. You've got to make it across the little lake,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it's like they shaped out an island with like flags or paint or something.
Okay. So are you going forehand here and just hanging it out over the road, or are you going backhand? Because it looks like it shapes
For a backhand.
for a
better.
backhand.
Yeah, but I think I'm throwing a forehand. I had this at that point I had this ESP zone, like you said in the video, a Griffin disc.
Yeah.
I could throw it right and it would turn left and drift and then come back. So
Okay.
that's what I did on this hole.
The way you just phrased that, you said at this point you had. Is that zone no longer with you?
Unfortunately.
Oh,
it was
no.
Yeah, I know. It was a good one.
Yeah, that was the longest drive when.
Yeah,
that
right.
And he just used the daylights out of it.
I did, and it was very nice.
And he lost it to the Eagle.
Right, it's resting in the Eagles.
Man, it was like 40-degree day, and he actually dove in to try to find it.
I've dove in the Eagle many times trying to find it. I really like that disc.
Yeah.
Which up there at the Eagle, it's all times not so much the temperature is. I don't know if I would want to go wading in that water much.
But
Right.
that's the argument against the Griffin discs, though, right?
That's that you made a great point with that video. When I saw that, I was like, man, I've got a Griffin disc. I was like, which is not always a good thing, because when I lost that ESP zone, it honestly hurt my game. Because I couldn't make those up shots.
Yeah. So it's a as you're watching, there's a strength to having that disc, because the comfort, like when you put that disc in your hand, is like,
I know what
I
it's
can
gonna
do literally
Yep,
anything with this.
it. Right.
But yeah, as soon as you lose it, like, it exposes a lot. So I know. Since then, have you gotten other ESP zones that you're like trying to work into that state?
Yeah.
So that's my best piece of advice is if
Right.
you find the Griffin disc, especially when you're playing rounds that don't matter. So if you're here in the tournament, so let's say you play that shot and you go to yam on it and it doesn't turn and it just fades out into the water.
Right.
Now you're here on the biggest stage that you're playing on, and you don't have that Griffin disc. If you cycled a couple, you'd have some ESP zones to back up and be ready.
Will, Josh, and I think Wes looks like all got birdies on that.
Come on. So make sure on rounds that don't matter that you're playing around still.
Hole 14, par 3, 411. As Will Constant
We're
tears from
swinging.
Just a swinging. Yeah, there's a bit. I think there's a bit of a backup here or something, and this is how they decided to pass their time. Is you're on the swing set, you know, swing a bit. I've forgotten I put this in here actually.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one was tricky. So it plays like, I can't remember how far it was. It's pretty far, but it
Yeah, it's 411.
right. It plays like way right, and there's some big guardian trees in the way, so you can't just go right at it. You have to swing it way wide and get it to fall far right.
That's not the basket we're sitting way off to the right. It's that another hole on the right side of the screen.
It's way right, but the definitely the let's see how like high I had to get it up to go that way, right?
Yeah.
So the backhand turnover people liked because it would, you could put it on that ante and it'll pan out and finally fly
Flex,
over there, right?
He and Aiden on Monday threw several off this tee pad doing that.
It's a tricky hole.
Practice that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is something I'm sure even as a forehand guy that you've seen like so often people, when you first learn the forehand or you get competent with it, you look at it and the whole shape's to the right. And so you tell yourself, oh, as a right-handed player, this is a forehand.
Right.
But that may not be the case.
Right. It could definitely lean towards more of a backhand turnover. Right.
I think of even the course you played yesterday, Civitan, hole 2, you can make a forehand work,
Right.
but the backhand turnover, I feel, can be super consistent with like a putter turnover.
Mm-hmm. Right. Especially where it is now.
Yeah.
In that back placement.
Yeah, like a forehand can't like.
Get all the way there. No. Yeah, we just up on this ridge.
Lots of like, it's interesting because the front 9, I feel like a lot of the greens, the danger was water.
Mm-hmm.
This one feels like almost all the greens, the danger is hilled and sloped greens.
Right. Yeah.
And it is. That's the case. That's pretty much mostly what the back 9 is. So,
Yep. Just
so
a lot of hills.
you're getting away from the lake, but you are getting into the hilly, and more tree, guardian tree style holes.
Mm-hmm.
So for the two of you, which would you prefer when you're playing? Would you rather the flat but the danger of the water, or the I'm not gonna lose my disc, but trying to get it to stick near the green is awful?
I think I would rather the hills.
I think I prefer 18 200-foot holes, and I can actually get a birdie on.
Dude, so I'll take neither.
I think I can deal with wooded courses. I think better than I can around water. I mean, water is because all the time you kind of still got in the back of your head. I don't want to throw this into there and lose my disc. Kind of
That's
thing.
fair. Yeah. Yeah.
Losing disc does stink.
Even though, of course, you would think that's something that playing disc golf for a while, you get up. I mean, the first time, I mentioned this on, I think one of the first or second round video there too, was the same thing. It was that, whenever you lose that first disc for the first time you're playing, you get all upset about it and stuff too. But then after you've lost the 10th disc, then you're like, it doesn't make you happy, but at the same time, you kind of learn, the saying they have in disc golf is you don't actually buy discs, you just rent them. Because
That's fair. That's it hurts my soul because it's so true.
yeah.
True that. Wasn't many. I think this one was a par 3 as well. Wasn't
It
many
was, yeah. It was
wasn't-
par 3, 411.
Yeah, wasn't many birdies on this one, so it's just so hard to access the green from the tee box.
And
I think Trevor
I
actually
think
got
Trevor bogeyed it. I think
bogeyed
actually,
it.
yeah.
He was-
Hole 15, par 3, 276.
This was another very tightly wooded fairway. Kind of just had to follow it all the way down to the right.
Yeah, I think this is the one. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is it.
This is it.
see the wind's kind of gusty now too.
Yeah. The tree, I mean, that tree is moving.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
You see the T sign too, just kind of really moving back and
Yeah.
forth.
Ooh, that was. I see my anger now.
Yeah, he
There it
throws
goes.
his glasses up and they get stuck.
Stuck in that tree. I see my anger now.
Oh. It was such a gentle skip too, off and then whoop.
Well, I mean, this is why I don't know why he was just really started getting frustrated here, and it kind of just built the rest of the round. I'm not sure why he was getting that frustrated, but Will's quite a bit of a perfectionist on a disc golf course, so
True that.
So-
I am.
he doesn't settle for stuff.
I'm a perfectionist most anywhere.
So trying to
Same
figure
here.
out, I'm trying to see if this is like the fisheye of the GoPro, or, because if I look at you, but also the spectator, the lady that's with you, I don't know if she's a significant other of one of the card mates or what, but to me it looks like y'all are like way off in front of the tee box.
Actually, they are,
Yeah, it's about like 30 feet
Gotcha.
from the tee box.
because he kind of walked. You saw walk kind of diagonally towards that way when he threw his glasses,
Right.
and that's where again I said I don't know. I remember it was on camera. I said it too, but he was about to use one of his discs to try to knock the glasses out. And I'm like, don't do that. You know, I had my gator with me to manage to put together and get him out of there. And so if you threw the disc here, they definitely would have stroked him for it because they emphasized that in the players' meeting.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
it's a great putt. But they emphasized in the players' meeting and like that. They needed to enforce every rule here. There's not supposed to be a let stuff slide kind of stuff that you normally would.
Yeah.
Nice putt.
Okay.
Good bird.
I mean, every putt seems easy compared to the one that guy just hit.
True
Holy.
that was a big one.
Now that's something I think that has been really, I've enjoyed as I've played in higher divisions, or more experienced divisions, however you want to phrase it, is, I don't know if you felt this as well, Will. Let's see, you got one bird.
Bird, everybody's
Yeah,
apart.
that's
Okay.
nice.
And that's hole 15. It's time for a break.
Hey, it's William. Do your hands get sweaty so that this happens to you? Then check out Dry Flight Golf Sacks. They'll help you keep your grip with a wide variety of designs. They also make great player pack editions, and you can request custom prints to suit your needs. Go to dryflightgolfsacks.com and use my code to save 10% on your order. Dry Flight, hang on tight.
Okay, so hole 16, par 3, 291. So the point you were making for the break.
Yeah, so I think when people step up on a novice card or an MA3 card, one person hits a big putt and the whole card gets nervous. They're like, oh, I'm about to get big putted. Oh, and everybody's terrified. I feel like in a card like this, you're here playing in Worlds, you're chasing the cut line. Like this kind of a card, it's contagious. I would describe as the opposite vibe. Is that something you felt as well? Is when someone hits that big putt, it's not I have to make mine. It's I'm definitely gonna make mine now too.
Right. I don't know. I'm not sure I felt that way, but I just the things that get me is like everyone's in the circle and like just about the same length and they all dink it. I feel like this gets short putted, honestly.
Yeah.
You see,
This hole trying to go down the.
you see
Yeah, so there he is getting, because he threw the big forehand up and over the trees, but then I think it caught a branch or something and rolled back down a little bit.
did. The frustrations amounted.
Yes, and again, what you can't really see here, or at least by the time he putts here, is there, a headwind does pick up. By the time he putts, and he's right over that basket.
Yeah.
And yeah, it hits the top. There he goes, and he's off camera now too. I can't believe I threw that over that basket. Can't believe it over the basket.
I mean, if it's not on camera, it doesn't happen, right?
Dancing.
That's,
Just dancing around, upset.
True that.
And Will, just calm down. Shut up, David. Which, for the record, I will say Larry has told me that Cadence has told him that several times. He's trying to calm her down the course.
In the heat of the moment, it just happens. Definitely. I feel like Cadence is definitely. I've caddied for her a couple times. She's definitely a perfectionist too. Like if something.
Yeah, that's how you get good.
Yeah, something doesn't go how you wanted it. You just get frustrated.
So Wes with another birdie looks like.
yeah.
How about some par?
Right.
And we'll move on to hole 17, par 4,
You need to get in
468.
the perch, man.
Huh?
If you need to get in the perch, do it to him, my man.
This one was quite fun actually. I liked this one. It was just a big,
Big rip.
a big rip. You just had to miss these two big trees right here, and you were, I mean, basically Birdieville. It
Yeah.
wasn't that far.
Got a pretty good crosswind going.
Y'all are good until we get customers in here, then I was like, yeah,
Well, we're on 17, we're almost done.
Yeah,
all good.
but do you feel like as a beginner, do you feel like big open courses where you can throw long shots help your game more, or small little technical shots help your game more?
Yeah, it's tricky, right? Because the big open shot probably more enjoyable, but also they usually don't have the distance.
Mhm.
So I think that when you don't have the distance on the big open shots, you can create some really bad habits, because the easiest way to like get the disc to fly is just like yank on either
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
So why I like short technical lines and short like wooded courses, stuff like that, is I feel like people have a hard time visualizing lines of I need to be throwing here. But like even when you're throwing this shot as an experienced player, you can kind of see what the vapor trails are of where you want to throw the disc, right?
Yeah, right.
So if you're in the woods, you see those shots.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So as a beginner, I like putting people on those courses. Like in town, I will take people to our local wooded track Inverness for their first round of disc golf quite often, which some people think I'm a dummy for, and that I'm actually trying to instead not grow the sport,
Yeah.
try to shrink the sport. But
Yeah. Let me take you out to one of the easier courses called Inverness out here. you
Yeah.
know, and,
But I stand by, it allows them to see the shape of a disc. To me, there's nothing quite as beautiful as seeing a disc shape through those trees is,
Especially exactly how you wanted to do it. Best feeling.
yeah.
And by the way, if any of you on here, if you're watching this, has never been to Birmingham, and you ever plan on coming this way anytime to play an event or just passing through, you gotta play Inverness.
Yeah.
You gotta stop and play Inverness.
Yeah. Or if you're in Jasper with y'all, like I think I would rather take people to the Eagle than I would North Jasper.
Yeah, I mean, because the Eagle really does test you. Well, Josh, I think everybody had birdie, didn't they?
I think so.
Here we go. All right, our last hole.
Last hole.
Par 4, 450.
This one was,
450.
Yeah, and if any of you ever come through Jasper, hey, feel free to look me up or Will up or something too, and we'll see if we can meet you out somewhere and play. Either the North Jasper or the Eagle. North Jasper, by the way, for us is kind of a beginner course designed by the legend himself, Tom Monroe. So it's anywhere from 3,800 to about 5,000 feet, depending on where we have the baskets at. The Eagle for us is a wooded course, got a pond around two sides of it. It's about still over 6,000 feet, par 60 we got it set at, I think.
Yeah.
So challenging course.
This one was a double Mando off the tree.
Okay.
Had to hit that gap.
Gives me very hole 2 at the preserve vibes.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. You can see that. And it kind of goes up to the left, up the hill.
Okay.
All
And
the
are
way
you
up.
lining a forehand up?
Oh yeah.
Of course.
This one definitely, I think this one played during my practice round. This one plays a good forehand ante to get all the way there, because they can just pan out left and come back. during practice round, had a putt inside circle 1 for the eagle.
Okay. That's what I was about to ask, if it was a par 4 or not.
Yeah, par 4.
Yeah, I'm assuming she's with Josh.
I'm not sure.
Based on the
I couldn't remember.
filming his shots.
I think that was Wes.
Wes, sorry. Yeah. Well, maybe she's with Josh now, I don't know. That bucket hat does things, you know, huh?
Of course, Cody, he was out there fully dressed, including with the hoodie and stuff on. It says about a 95-degree day. Like,
Yeah.
like, whew.
That's the tough part when I feel like you pack for a big event like this is preparing for weather the right way. But this was like middle of the summer, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
through into June, yeah, like June 22nd,
Yeah.
23rd or so.
Still up there in the Midwest, it's like you never know.
Yeah, it's not as humid as it is down here, but
Oh my goodness.
that would have been
Ooh.
for Birdie.
Ooh, that was ugly.
Okay, so that's your last putt of the round.
That's right.
What does that do for you? You've like just forget about it and you're like, whatever, get me out of this round kind of a deal, and then reset for tomorrow, or do you feel like it has an effect?
That one definitely hung on for a while because I mean, this hole is not that tough, and I should have got that birdie.
Yeah,
So
like I
it
said-
definitely hung on for a while.
Like I said, I mean, I could tell it was building for him, actually, not just this, but for the last few holes where he was just kind of getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh with the birdie, I think Wes and Trevor did. Will had a par on that one. So 7 down Josh, 6 down Will, 5 Wes, Trevor 3. There's your ratings and placement. See, Will is at tie for 66. So right now he would be right on that cut line for this one.
Okay. So you're walking into the last day. Really, you're on the cut line. All you really got to do is maintain here.
Yep.
For round 4. Is that where you want it to be in terms of, like, obviously we want to be on lead card,
Right.
so that's not the best answer, but like knowing you were below the cut line coming into today, how are you feeling about your progress of the round for like overall score?
I think it was a good jump. It was an okay jump. I definitely could have scored a lot better on that course because I think the hot round of that course was like 15 or 14 down.
Okay.
So
very scoreable.
you're right. I made some progress, but I wish I could have got a little more.
Oh,
It's Tony.
why couldn't he gotten here sooner? That'd been really fun having him on here.
Tony.
Yes.
It's
Now, why couldn't he
Tony.
got here earlier? You've been hilarious on here doing commentary.
Yeah, welcome to the sun.
I will wear my polarized glasses next time. Good job watching.
Oh, we're just doing commentary over his and World's here. It's still recording, by the way, in case you want to say hello to everybody.
I am so sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
That's why I was like this morning when I walked in.
This
First
is-
timing, Tony Sanders. Hooray.
Tony Sanders back here. This
Hey, you wanted to get that cross and all?
he's got a son that does amateur wrestling. He's 14 years old, but he's already counting him to be a next WWE superstar or something. So, okay, so what's your thoughts going into the next day, going back to Mesker?
Yeah, I mean, as Robbie said, just gotta maintain, just gotta stay on that line, or maybe even shoot hot and get up to a chase card or lead card. Yeah, I mean, I just gotta play it one round at a time.
And then 5 minutes later, it's also going to finding a Subway and getting a sandwich over.
Right.
So,
Love Subway.
okay. All right, so that's round 3. We hope you all enjoyed it. And people are starting to file in here now too, so we need to go ahead and cut this off. So for me,
William.
Robbie C.
thanks again to Robbie C for being here and doing this for us. Again, Ben and Chris for letting us use the store. Haven't seen the first 2 rounds, so if you go back and watch them. Otherwise, be looking out for round 4 coming up here in the next couple of days. So
See ya.
thank you.